Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different than my normal journaling videos. We're going to do a sketchbook tour. So I'm currently working on 6 sketchbooks. I can't even believe it. I just counted them before I started this video to see. I was looking for a photo and I can't believe it. But anyways, we're going to tour this one today. This book is actually not a sketchbook. It's just a notebook with craft paper from the Dollarama. In Canada, we have a store that's called Dollarama and it's just a dollar store. And I've had this one for like 2 years. But I only had one illustration in it for forever, so then I thought if I bring it to Mexico, I can fill it. So anyway, so we're gonna go get right into it. So the first page I did was a painting of Canmore, Alberta. And then this is the only painting I had in it for the longest time. This is the one that's from Pinterest. I don't know who the original creator or illustrator is. I can't find the original person. This paper isn't exactly for watercolors or any kind of medium except for pen. But yeah, and not even all pens at that. All right, so this is where I started posting or putting in my prompts from everybody. So after Inktober, I posted on all my social media accounts for everyone to send me one-word drawing prompts. And so yeah, so this one's from my little nephew. His was house, and so it was inspired by my trip to around Lake Superior this year, right before I moved here. And it's super nice. I really like it. I hope he likes it too. And then this is from my friend Nadina. Her drawing prompt was mist. Super love that one too. I used watercolor and acrylics and a little bit of gold paint as well, acrylic paint. And then here I was just practicing how to do colorful backgrounds, and this is totally inspired by my trips to Florida. I love Florida and I wanted to create some of those really fun backgrounds. I think it turned out pretty good. And then since I'm in Mexico, I've been so inspired by Mexico art and illustrate, like just their culture here. This is just a ballpoint rough, like it's super rough sketch, but I really like her. She's super cute. And then I just colored it with my gel pens. Most of them are Muji, I think. And then this is from my friend Christy. Her drawing prompt was Cancer. And this is one of my favorite ever illustrations that I've ever completed. It turned out really nice. I hope she likes it as much as I like it too. But I absolutely love her. She's beautiful. And then here is where I actually started it after the original painting. I started the Inktober, and I only started Inktober on a total whim. I had no plans on doing it, and then I needed to fill the sketchbooks, and I wanted to practice drawing, so I was like, oh, it's a perfect challenge for me. So the first one was fish. Oh. And then here's my best friend, Jessie. Her prompt was best friend, so it's Cassie, Jessie, me, and Lisa. And I used acrylic paint for all of this one. I'm gonna redo this one a little bit larger and make it a little print for all of us. I really like that one too. And then over here, we're back to Inktober. Practicing. My friend Jen sent me, her word was inspire, and I super love this idea of the girl just holding the world and being inspired by like nature and the world and things like that, or giving someone else inspiration. Very fun. And then another couple of illustrations from Mexico. This was also for Inktober, and I was just practicing line work. Another Inktober, this one, I don't know what the heck happened, but he's so like on an angle, what the heck. So I posted this one anyways. I didn't have time to redo it, and then I did it after after the day was done. I redid this one. This one's way better. And then Inktober again for Blade, and then I showed my brother this, and he's like, Nan, like no one holds a knife like that. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh man, okay, so no problem. Then I redid it here after, but I had already posted this one here. Then my friend Sarah, her drawing prompt was bird, and I love this one so much. Like I used acrylic paint and then a little bit of gouache just for the background. I really like how this one turned out. I think I might turn this into a postcard or a print as well. And then just practicing with ballpoint pens. He's a cute little nut. And then my friend Rob's drawing prompt was baseball, and I was completely out of my element. Like I don't draw baseball stuff. I don't draw any sports stuff. Like that's not my thing. But it was a challenging illustration for me for sure. So I just used a reference from like a really old, like maybe 1960s baseball illustration from Google, I think. Yeah, it turned out pretty good though. I do need to work on hands though. And then back to Inktober here. This is my rodent that I drew for Inktober. He's a cute character. Just practicing. I didn't like that one, so I posted this one. And then this one was just an olden day kind of style fashion shirt. And then some more Inktober. I really like the olden day clothing, so I might visit that again at some point too. The line work is really challenging on some of the details in the clothing that they used to wear. And then this is Inktober again. I really love this. It was for the illustration prompt was teeth, and I was like, oh, the fairy can throw all the teeth off the cliff and into the water. And I hated the fairy, so, but I loved everything else but the fairy, so I redrew it. And then the fairy was a little bit better, but everything else wasn't as nice. So I don't know, but I posted this one. I didn't have time to redo another one. And then this one is also Inktober. I didn't like this one so much, so I redrew it. And then this one is also Inktober. I didn't like this one so much, so I redrew it. And this one's a lot better. And another Inktober for Hope. So I did this one and I posted, and the moon looks a lot better in this one too. Even the background looks a lot better. Again, this paper is not meant for water or any kind of medium like that. It's basically just for writing, but I love the craft paper. And then here, day 11, 12, and 13, I was ready to quit. I was like, I suck, I'm terrible, I can't do this. Why did I even start? Because I was just not feeling it anymore, and this drawing was just killing me. Like, I did not, it's awful, I can't even look at it. Anyways, here's some line work, and then here's day 12. The prompt was slippery, and I drew this banana like 5 times. I was like, this is, like, what the heck? I was so frustrated this day. I was ready to quit too. And then here's day 13. The prompt was Dune. I love day 14. It was for fly. But the thing is, no fly has their wings this way. So I'm like, oh no. And then I had to redraw it. It took so long. So here is the one I redrew because the wings were the wrong way there. But this is the right way. Like, this is how the wings should be. So yeah, they're super cute, but this one's way better. It just, I couldn't post it because the wings were off. And then day 13 again for the Dune prompt. Another banana, also terrible. Another one. Ugh, it was such a rough time. And then day 13 still, and this was Dune. I posted this one, but I mean, it's still not that good. I kind of like the camel. This one, I don't know. We'll see. And then here's that day 14 again for armor. And then this one was for Outpost. I love this one. I used my ink. It's called Dryden Designs Unforgiving Black. Super nice ink to work with. And then this is, so this is cool. So the prompt is rocket. I'm like, oh, I can draw my rocket from Tetris. When I was a kid, I used to like get the biggest rocket. I used to play it so often. And so I was like, oh, I Googled the measurements of the Game Boy. So it's to scale, and then I drew it exactly the width and everything. And then I looked at it and like, with the perspective, like the width wouldn't be fully represented. So like, oh man, so I had to like redo it. You can kind of see a little bit of the original drawing behind. Oh, I love Tetris so much. Oh, here's just some practice ones. And then for Inktober again, this one was for Storm. This is actually Peggy's Cove, Nova Scotia. Such a great place. If you've never been, you should definitely go at some point. But I don't like it, so I had to redo that one. And then this is the one I posted, and I absolutely love this one. It's so fun. Like, obviously the lights would never be that bright, but I can do what I want. It's my book. But I really like how it turned out. And then still in Peggy's Cove, they have a ton of lobster traps. So fun, like, to illustrate. It was so much line work. Like, my hands hurt so bad doing this, but it was so much fun. And then here's my own original design, character design. His name is Sammy the Seagull, totally inspired by Mexico. So this piñata, like, I love. I love them both, but this one was a little bit cuter, so I posted this one for Dizzy. And I super like this one. Oh, he's so cute. And then this one's for Coral, just a bunch of coral. I really like that one too. A lot of people like this illustration. And then here is Sleep for Inktober still. I love this. And now I've literally illustrated for 80 plus days, so a full illustration every single day, at least one. I could totally do better now looking at this, but I still like it. So this one was originally for the prompt chef, but I didn't end, he's so cute. He's a jalapeno, just a chef jalapeno, and he was so cute, but I a bunch of ideas for Chef, so I didn't end up posting him. And then I drew another one, and I didn't end up posting him for my official Inktober illustration, but he's so cute. I posted him later. But down the line, you can see what I posted for Chef. But he's so cute. Like, they're both so cute. And then here's just some line work practice. And then this is one of my favorite illustrations too. It's for, the prompt was dig, and I've never drawn like one of these guys before. So the idea is just to kind of deconstruct it to reconstruct it. So basically it took forever, but I love how it turned out. It looks so good. Definitely proud of this one. And then here's the one I actually ended up posting for Chef. So it totally inspired by my trip to Japan with my little niece. We ate some, I didn't eat too much ramen, but ramen is delicious there. But yeah, so I had to draw a little panda eating ramen because he's so cute. And then more line work practice, and then just with the hot pink background. Love this one. So this one's for my brother John. His drawing prompt was freeway. That is like literally the hardest thing to draw. Like I had no clue on no ideas on what to draw. So I actually did draw another one, but I didn't like it. It's a little further down in the sketchbook, but so yeah, this is more inspired by my trips to Alberta and BC. But I just wanted to change it up with just making it with super fun colors, and yeah, I like this one a lot. But that freeway is the hardest. I was not going to draw a million cars. Like that's not going to happen. And then this is a prompt from my little nephew. His prompt was pickle. So I drew this pickle, and like two pickles in a jar we're trying to get out. He's so cute, but then I messed up his eye, so I couldn't post it. Oh, but I really like this one the best. And then I did it again, and then I messed up the jar. Like you can tell there, like it's way different. And then I was like, oh, I can't post that one either. And then I redid it again, and then I forgot to color their eyes, but I posted it anyways. I colored the eyes after. But yeah, super cute. Love this one. I hope Matthew likes it too. And then this is really inspired by, this is my friend Lindsay's prompt. Hers was horse. And I tried to go to Alberta as much as possible. And this, if you've never been there, but you should definitely go for one. But they have a ton of wild horses. So I thought I could draw something inspired by that. And I just made it super fun, bright, and all that good stuff. And I wanted to try to use the primary colors. I really love this one. And then this is from Life. This is a little illustration from Life in the little town that I live in. This is just the church there. Just a rough travel sketch. And this is also from the little town that I live in. There's just a huge wall that's all torn down, but the windows are like almost intact. And the sky was like super blue, so I just kind of created that. And then this is from our house here in Mexico, and just a reflection in the window. One of my favorite illustrations as well. More line work. And this is my character again. Here's Sammy and B, and they're basically just looking up at the stars. And the prompt for ink, this is an Inktober illustration, and it was for Buddy. So cute, I love him. And then here's another Inktober. I really like this one too, but it was really hard to illustrate lace, like a lacy shirt. So I practiced in a different sketchbook quite a bit before I could get it down. But I like how she turned out. And this is also one of my favorite illustrations. I think I might make this into a sticker too. But the prompt was music, so I just have a pineapple on a Vespa, jamming out to music. He's so cute. I love him. I might do this guy in color too. Yeah, I think that might work too. And then, oh, my proportions have definitely improved since the beginning. Like, totally. And this was for the Inktober prompt float. I did another illustration on the next page, but she turned out really cute. I still need to work on hands and hair, but I really like how she turned out. And here's the other illustration that I was thinking about, was a giraffe in like a pool or water with floaties on upside down and being not impressed. He's so cute. But I ended up posting this one. And then this is a drawing that, okay, so the best for me, I like to use references, like reference photos, but the thing is, like, if you go on Pinterest or whatever, like everybody else is using the same references. So the best way I find is by taking pictures of myself and then just drawing it from there. So I just basically kneeled in the kitchen and with my shoes on, and then I used the picture as a reference. But I just added, for the Inktober prompt, I just added a cliff down here. So it was really neat. This shoe actually has a huge stain on it, but I didn't want to draw it because I was traveling in Israel and I drank some really terrible water and it stained. And then this one was for Inktobers Ominous. I'm so impressed with myself. Like the shadows are so perfect. I love, love, love this one. I don't know if I posted this one or the next. Oh, I did post this one. Because this one, I didn't realize till later that these two inks are the same, and I didn't have time to redo it. Like, you can't have the two of the same inks. Like, you can't. So, yeah, I ended up posting this one. And this was the last day of Inktober, and I didn't end up posting this one, but the prompt was crawl, so I just drew a bunch of little insects with costumes on. And then I drew this one too, but I didn't post this one either, but they're super cute. I love this little ant dressed up, but I didn't post him either. And then this is the little guy I posted, that little ant dressed up in an angel outfit. He's so cute. I love him, or her, whoever. He's adorable. And then here's just some practice work with some Prismacolor pencils and some inks that were the same color. And then here's where I actually started putting all the drawing prompts for my friends. And then this one is the very first one. It was for my friend Anne. I love it, Anne. Thank you so much. I love this drawing prompt so much. I'm so happy with her feet there. Her hands still need a little work in her hair, but I really like this illustration. And then the second day was Buenos Dias, and this was actually from life. This is a picture I took, and I just added the skeleton girl holding a moral and a fresa drink. So cute. That's my sister's drawing prompt. I love it. And then this was the other illustration I was choosing between, and so basically just a skeleton in a coffee in the morning, and like you can see this Pinterest, this is all over Pinterest, but just they're not skeleton girls, but I really like this illustration too, but I went with this one. And then this was for my sister's drawing prompt, and her drawing prompt was streetscape in the rain for a one-word drawing prompt. Like, what the heck? Anyways, I was so frustrated with this one for so long. Like, I was like, I can't do this. I don't know. I'm terrible. Like, I don't know how to do this. And then it took so long, but then finally the end result is pretty good. And I really wish I would have painted it in a different sketchbook so I could frame it, but I'm really happy with how it looks now. It took so long. And this is from my nephew Ethan. I went with like an older 70s kind of look for the rocket. Love it. And this is from my friend Summer. Hers was palm. Totally inspired from all of our trips to all over the place with palm trees. And then I was just practicing more of the skies. And here are some of the other skies I was practicing with. And I really love how this turned out. This is gonna, I think I'm gonna make that into something as well. And then this was a Pinterest drawing reference. I just changed the background a bit and the tree just a little bit, but I can't post that because it's like too much like the one on Pinterest. But I really like the red background on it. And the gold looks awesome. And then this was for my niece Haley. Her drawing prompt was cabin, and I love A-frame homes, so I had to use that. It was so nice. I'm gonna redo cabin though. And then here's just a practice one for the next illustration. I didn't realize I didn't finish it. I just noticed now. And then here is my niece Maya's drawing prompt. Hers was ship. And I was like, what the heck am I going to draw for ship? I have no idea. So then I'm like, oh, a ship in the sky or in the clouds with a moon. Of course. So then I was just practicing. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have the moon gold or not. So then I just did some practice runs here with a gold one and a bright yellow one. And then this one was with the yellow and the white, and the gold looked way better, so I went with the gold on the official illustration. And then here's my mom's drawing prompt. It was for flowers. This one was just a little bit too plain. Great for line work practice. I do like this one, but I wanted to try a different one, a little bit more detailed. And then I went with this one, and it turned out way better. I really like that one. I'm going to do that one again. And then my friend Eva, her drawing prompt was Adobe. So this is really cool because I actually live in an Adobe house here in Mexico. And this so happens, like everyone puts cement on there. We don't have this, but a lot of people put cement around their, so Adobe essentially is just mud bricks that they make homes out of, right? And so they put cement around them to protect the mud, but they always chip off, like it all chips off. The weather's pretty intense here, so yeah, you see that everywhere. It looks super cool though. I love this illustration. And this is one of my favorite ones as well. I've never illustrated a penguin before, but my friend Beth, her drawing prompt was ride. So of course, a penguin riding or surfing on an ice block. I had to illustrate that, so super cute. And then this one was from Omar, and his was peaceful. And I love listening to rain like hitting the window. I don't know who has a window this big, but if you do, like, that's awesome. Enjoy all the time with it. But maybe I'll have one in my tiny house. I don't know. Anyways, but this turned out really nice too. It's one of my favorite illustrations as well. And this is from my sister-in-law, Susie. I love the idea behind this. The dove turned out so nice. So basically, the idea is the girl's like in an hourglass praying and there's always hope. I don't know if that's coming out in the photo, but I messed her up so bad. Like I kept going over it and just making it worse and worse when I should have just left it. Oh, so sad. And then here I redrew it, and this dove isn't as nice as the one over here, but the girl turned out way better. And actually the overall illustration turned out way better. But that's the idea behind it. I really do like this. This is a really cool concept. Might revisit that at some point too. And then this is from my friend, or my sister Sarah. Hers was tree, so of course a bright tree in the night. So pretty. And then this, okay. If you're gonna try this, I recommend, like, what a hot mess. Like, see how it's so dark here? You have to do the background first and then paint the tree over it. So this is my first attempt with this kind of tree. And like, oh, it would have been so nice had I done that first, but I'm gonna do this again at some point. I love the look of it, but it looks terrible. Like I like the idea of it, but without having the background down first, it looks terrible. And then this is from my cousin Anna. Her drawing prompt was freedom, and so I just basically put like a girl walking down the road on the earth, and basically everything's available to her. And of course, there's a whale in the sky. Why not? I love that so much. So nice. And then this is from an anonymous comment or message, I guess. And the prompt was for Cheerios. So you can't really tell, but all the Cheerios are gold and the little ants are using them as inner tubes in the milk. I love that so much. Such a cute illustration. And then this is from my friend Eve. Hers was wilderness. And I love this so much. The sparkly sky, the moon, the mountains, and then the moose with the mountain scene inside of the moose as well. I was gonna put a little moon in the moose, but then everyone has that, so I didn't want to be like everybody, so I didn't put the moon inside the moose, just on the outside of the actual illustration. But I love this look. Totally inspired by Alberta. And then this is from my friend Nancy. Her drawing prompt was for blessed, and this is the first time I actually illustrated anything without doing like outlining it. I'm used to outlining everything. Like, it was so challenging for me not to grab the pen and just outline everything, but I love how it looks. Like, I'm so happy with how it looks. Super nice illustration. And this is from my friend Calvin. I love this part right here, like the little robot getting fixed and whatnot. And she's just too muscly, I think. I don't know what it is, but there's something off with this one. I love the helmet. And yeah, I think she's too, I don't know. I have to redo. I'm redoing this one, and I'm gonna redo the cabin one for my niece as well. And this is from Tim. His was maps. So this is just from road trip in Alberta. Literally, that's one of the big glaciers that's melting. But yeah, so just road tripping with a Volkswagen minivan, and then the maps flying out, because you don't need maps when you're road tripping. You just go. And then this is from my brother's drawing prompt and Freeway. This was the one I did originally, but I wasn't sure I didn't want to post it because I didn't like it enough. But I just Googled the 401, which is the highway in Ontario, the biggest highway in Ontario. And actually, I think in North America. I'm pretty sure it's North America. But anyways, so of course my favorite place is to go up north. So I didn't want to draw there's no way I'm drawing no, I'm not drawing all the cars. So I just took all the cars out and drew the actual road. And now that I look at it, I like it better than I did before. But Freeway is the hardest illustration that I've ever had to do, I think. Thanks, John. Oh, and then this is from my friend's son, Ty. His was Sniper, and so I'm not going to draw a sniper. So I drew a space gun, sniper gun or whatever. I love that. It's super cool. And then this is for Rod. His was snowboarding. I love this one too. And I was so happy he was wearing gloves, so I didn't have to draw the hands. And then this is just a fun illustration I did just for fun. A bunch of cactuses, and I just wanted to keep it minimal with the colors. And then this is from Sydney, and hers was Chaos. I love this. So my original one was actually this one. So when I was in Japan, my little niece and I went to a hedgehog cafe, because that would be so cool, and we had never seen a hedgehog in real life. So like, oh, let's go. But then when we got there, like, the cafe was so nice. It was such a beautiful place, but all the little hedgehogs were like shaking so bad because people had handled them so much. And so the idea here is like all the hands reaching for the hedgehogs, but they're not coming down because they're scared. So I'm never going to another cafe like that or zoo or aquarium, anything again. Like, no. I felt so bad for the little guy. So we just stayed and had the coffee, and then we went. Like, we held them for 2 seconds and then put them back. They were so cute though, but they were shaking so bad. So then I went with this one instead because I didn't like how that one turned out. And I love this one. I love the bright colors. I love all of it. And there's a little tiny house and passport adventure ticket. And then of course Mount Temple because I'm going to hike that one day when the weather supports it. And then Danielle's was koala. And I never drawn a koala bear in my life. And I was like Googling it. I'm like, oh man, like they're all like similar looking. So I'm like, oh, what can I change mine with? So I just added the watermelon because basically that's all the fruit that we're eating here in Mexico. So he's so cute and the colors are perfect. And then my friend Lisa's was December. I was so excited for this one when I saw her drawing prompt. I've been wanting to draw something like this for so long, and her prompt was the perfect one to use it for. So basically a moose with gold antlers and Christmas lights all around it. I don't know if you can tell if it's the gold or not, but it's such a cute little, I love moose. Such a cute little illustration. And then I did another one, but this moose is in a pajama set, like, you know, those Christmas pajamas. He's so cute. And then I made his antlers a little bit more of, like, rose gold, I guess. And then my friend Christy, her drawing prompt was shiny. So I did a little genie lantern with a little mermaid, and I super love this. I love, 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 love it. And I try to be super original with all my illustrations. And I'd never seen like a mermaid with a genie bottle, so I thought that was super cool. But I should have had her looking at the bottle instead of looking at like you. I realized that after. I didn't have time to redo it. And again, I got to work on the hands. But the hair is getting better, I think. And then the last illustration in this book is from my friend Crystal. Hers was Wander. And I just wanted to keep a girl hiker walking on the trail towards the sun or moon or whatever. And I love, love the simpleness of this. I super love this. Is probably one of my favorite illustrations so far. Her proportions are perfect, and yeah, I really like that. And hiking is totally up my alley. So yeah, so that's it for my sketchbook. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know if you have any comments. I have a whole bunch of sketchbooks, so there will be another one coming up very soon. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. If I have any advice for any people who are like want to draw or just be a better artist, I would say, or even just start drawing, keep a sketchbook. Honestly, that has helped so much, and try to use it every single day. Like even just a little sketch would help so much. So that is what I would recommend for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're all safe and healthy and well, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.